Hello all my successful gamers and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy Episode 2. I got so much to break down and talk to you guys about, but first, starting off, let us just grab a quick collectible just behind this fountain that we previously left off at. Now, we are going to start a really quick side quest, just pretty much introducing us to one of the puzzles this game has to offer. And then shortly after that, we will be continuing the first two main quests, which will be having us attending class like a good little student that we're forced to be.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Illuminating, that's clue number one.
Lumos! That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
So the secret to these is casting Lumos and then a location will reveal itself. You have to find this location, which is usually really
Let's get you back
nearby,
to your frame,
and
little
there's
Moth.
going to be a moth in which you have to guide it all the way back to the mirror or painting, and once you're back, you just go ahead and cancel the spell or recast Lumos, and boom, completed.
I
and
knew
collect
there
your
was a
reward.
connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
And then voila, the frame magically disappears, so you never gotta worry about if you got it or not.
I should think there's an entire...
Lenora! I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
So, the next puzzle in the game requires a little bit of math from us. Fear not, however, because I'm going to give you guys the key to the equation. This is it. So, there's a lot of symbols and numbers. So, there's always two equations. The top is one separate equation, and the answer is the question mark. The second is the bottom equation, and the answer is the double question mark. But both answers will be symbols and not numbers. So we want to have everything equal the number in the middle. So for the top, we have to get three numbers on the outside add up to 21. So we got 11, a weird goat thing, and a question mark. So the key to figuring this out is the symbols on the outside of the door range from 0 to 9. 0 being all the way at the bottom left. Going in ascending order all the way to the bottom right is 9. So that means the goat represents number 2. So far that means we got 2 plus 11, that equals 13. To find the last one, we just subtract. So 21 minus 13 equals 8. So 8 is the spider, which makes the first question mark the spider. So now we need to do the same thing for the bottom. We got 9 for the bottom symbol, which looks like a hydra. 5 for, what is that, a 5-legged bug or a crab? So we have 9 plus 5, that equals 14. So we got 17 minus 14 reveals the last number as 3. So that means the double question mark is the three-headed snake Cerberus looking thing. Put the symbols up and you're in. Alright, now I want to turn your attention to this sound.
Revelio.
You hear that ding? That means that there is a page in your area, or rather right next to you probably, but it has decent enough range, and later we can actually upgrade it. So if you're exploring super hard for pages right now, just know you can also possibly be scanning one that's like a whole floor or even several floors beneath you or even above you, so just keep that in mind. So I'm going to probably just edit the rest of these math puzzles out to save on video time. I'll just give you all the answers to each door unless for whatever reason you guys are quick with it in the comments and inform me you want me to just leave them in. Perhaps maybe it's fun to watch me do algebra or mathematics for some whatever reason. I'm just going to go ahead and be presumptuous and edit the rest of those out for the time being. We're only going to get to probably one more this episode that we will probably end up doing, and then the rest we won't get to for quite some time. But yeah, we are going to get a few more pages real quick, but right now we're just making our way to class like a good little teenager, like a good little 5th year. Two main quests right now are the Charms class and the Defense Against the Dark Arts class. But in between those two classes, we're going to venture out and join a super secret, unsanctioned dueling club, okay? Not a secret anymore because I just told you guys about it. And that is how secrets get out.
Revelio.
So nice. They got instruments playing themselves. And wonderfully too. So neat. Magic is so neat. For a lot of these collectibles though, I'll try to keep them on screen for a brief period. If you're in a super fast reader and you are interested, you can always just pause the video. But we're here.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Is that all you've got? Yeah.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso.
Good. Now, the basic. Well done.
I think dropped like a sack of bricks, man.
But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso. Good form. I know.
You got no chance, Sebastian. This kind of reminds me of the Harry Potter's like first duel, I think. He's on this table.
All of my students for this adept.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today
Wait,
is any
bro,
indication,
did they just
you can
misspell
expect
practice?
from me.
Practice.
I demand
Practice?
excellence from my
Practice.
students.
Dude, practice?
They are
Now it
capable
sounds
of
weird when I
achieving
say it. Practice.
and they
It has a
must
C, right? Not an S?
A
Is there
classroom
two ways
duel
to
is
say
one
it?
thing,
Practice with the
but
C or
behind
S?
that
Practice with the
wizard
C is
or
correct,
as
right?
ever more likely
Practice with an
goblins
S is not
is a
right.
different
Can't be
kettle
right,
of
dude.
pillows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
Have I misspelled it my whole
I
life?
advise you to
Bro,
keep
now I'm
practicing
questioning
whenever you
myself.
can.
Look, they did it again! Bro, no shot, dude.
Have some ideas
Maybe it's
for you.
just different in
Again,
English.
well
I
done.
mean, in the UK
I shall
English, right? It
reach out
has
soon
to be,
with
right?
additional
No
assignments.
way I'm looking this dumb right now, dude.
All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Well, to answer your question, I once dueled someone for President of the United States.
In fact,
so
it
that's not what
was.
we're talking about.
Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Aha! You see the secret's out. It's not a secret anymore.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
So we just got another side quest, and this one is a little bit farther away from us, and I'm not gonna lie, I still easily get lost in Hogwarts, so I'm actually going to go to the map here and ask for a little bit of assistance from the navigation system. If we look at the map here, though, there is another way to check how many collectibles that we both have and need. As you can see here, I need 150 field guide pages as a whole in Hogwarts alone, which is a lot. Now, I can break it down even further by going to the different sections of Hogwarts, and it'll let me know how many I need in each area. So I need 23 in the astronomy wing, 20 field guide pages in the library annex, another 34 pages in the bell tower wing, and so on and so forth. So in total, we got a lot of collection chests to do as well, and the statues we're going to knock out as soon as we get the opportunity. But for now, after this episode, we are going to ignore a huge part of the collectibles until we get some main quests done and unlock the majority of the castle and other areas in the game. For the most part, we are pretty much just waiting until we get our lockpick skill to level 3. That will give us access to almost every collectible, and in order to get lockpicking, we just have to do a certain quest, and then to upgrade our lockpicking skill, we need to find those statues. So likely as soon as we're able to, I'll grab all the statues at once.
What's you up to now?
If I could undo all that happened that day, I would! Ah! That life is behind me, I promise! Come now, Eleanor. It was a long time ago. Please leave me.
Yeah, that is wrong on so many levels, man. I couldn't even imagine an afterlife like that. I imagine she's gonna be chasing him around for eternity.
Revelio.
Oh, not again!
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as 'twere only one time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek.
Please, Peeves, you'll make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed.
Yeah.
To draw up a contract with her.
Yo,
with
Peeves
him,
is a
that if
menace,
I
man. What a
behaved,
bully.
I'd have one weekly swim. Whee!
I'll get you for this.
Oh, is he going back to pick up his things? Oh, just walked right over them. Well, okay, well again, that door behind me, along with everything else, is locked basically. So just to reiterate again, man, the castle right now is mostly inaccessible. So we're going to not worry too much about all the collectibles, but there's a few that we are going to get, and those are the ones that have been literally right in my face this episode. So you know, those are the ones that I've been grabbing along the way, but if I miss some, don't worry, don't freak out, trust me. I know, it hurts me to walk past them as well, guys, but I'll get them all later, don't you worry. It's just 150 pages alone in Hogwarts is just so heavy, man, so collecting them all randomly and going out of our way each and every time will just drag out everything. Plus, we would just be exploring a lot of the same areas just constantly and repetitively. So again, we'll clean up the castle later, man, don't y'all worry. I'll also have all the ones I've discovered already in the description of each video for you guys, but it'll be so much easier to just do some main quests and unlock everything and just do a simple once over. And real quick, I wanted to go and get this Gryffindor page. I call it that because it's the page that Professor Weasley makes you get if you pick the Gryffindor house, because it's right next to the Gryffindor room.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Levioso! Stupefy! Sendo! Levioso! Stupefy! Confringo!
Expulso!
Levioso! Protego! Stupefy!
Find the one!
Levioso! Fringo!
Victory! Screech! Bull! No, I'm just kidding.
Nice work.
Easy though.
Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first crossed wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Alright, now this statue here, I don't even know if you would call this a puzzle, but pretty much just use Levioso on it and it'll give you a page. There's also plenty of these spread out as well.
I feel sorry for your next opponent.
Just wait till I've grown a bit, then we'll see how well you do.
See, it's little like journeys like this that I'll just probably edit out, making my way all the way to the mission marker. Just, you know, retracing my steps basically, and plus there's a navigation system, so it's not like you guys need to see this to find your way back or anything like that. So yeah, there's probably a lot of things like this that I'm gonna just end up editing out. Just save on time again. Charms class we go. I might as well just yeah, grab this and also the flame class. I love that musical, man.
Professor Ronen tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronen yet?
Shall we begin? welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Accio.
Oh?
Excellent.
Oh, what's that?
There.
What's that perfect score you say? Oh, how did that happen?
Very good.
Oh! Oh, another 50 you say? Nah, beginner's luck, right?
Splendid!
Sheesh!
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
You don't know what challenge is.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Ladies first, right? Yep. Cool with that. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. I'm gonna give you a hint. I'm gonna tell
That
you
is
like
how
this.
it's done.
It rhymes with whiskey, because it's gonna be what we're gonna be drinking when we skunk you.
Accio!
Uh-oh. Somebody
Excellent
call him a
control
liar.
there.
Let us
Somebody
see
call
this.
him a liar. He's about to hit another 50. Oh, the same spot. You gotta do better, Natty. You gotta do better. Oh, dude, I hit her ball.
Well done. Watch this.
Uh-oh, you should be getting nervous right about now. You gotta hit a 50. I pretty much win no matter what at this point. Uh-oh.
Yes!
Mr. Obama's about to get a perfect score.
Accio!
What? He didn't. Get out of here. That boy's a
perfect score.
genius.
Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp.
Okay, Natty, I see you with the 50. Looks like you stepped your game up. Or maybe I woke your game up. Alright. Go get this one. Boom, perfect. Let's go. Yeah, a couple moving boxes. Won't make me nervous. Hey, I think you hit that box, Natty. Oh, what do you mean, few? You already know what I'm about to drop right now. Wait, hold it. Hold it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's about to do it. 2 perfect rounds. 3 if you count the practice. Imagine I just totally messed this up, though. Oh!
That is how it's done.
Oh, I mean, I pretty much won already, but focus up here. Don't look like a fool. Right down the middle. Shoot. What happened, guys? What happened, Natty? What happened? Started off so strong. You guys are probably like, man, this man belongs in Slytherin.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronen wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
A word,
Well,
if you would.
You'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Revelio.
Yeah, wandless magic kind of blew my mind the first time I heard about it, and then playing I realized that Professor Fig did it in the beginning.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronen.
Werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves? Where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Yep. Peeves is the biggest menace. Alright, so this is the last door we're gonna do. We have 3, 0. 2 would be the horse head, or the goat head. Alright, we have unicorn, which is 1, plus 4 is 5. We need 7. That's the... what is that? A gecko looking thing? That's not even a gecko. Is it a balloon? Jellyfish? Shrimp? Let's call it a shrimp.
Revelio.
Alright, we're actually going to equip our equipment later. There's actually a way to equip all of our gear and keep all the stats, but not have the goofy looks that it comes with, because most of the equipment in this game actually just make you look really tacky and goofy. Literally, there's like no sense of style, so there's actually a way to keep the appearances of everything that you have and actually cycle through them to actually better match how you want to look, and keep all the offense and defense stats and all that without actually wearing it. I mean, I guess to clarify, you wear it, but you just don't have the appearance that you're wearing it. Professor Weasley! Oh, there's actually a flame we can discover right next to the classroom. And there's a bunch of cats you can pet. There's one of them, but ignore it for now. Don't think there's anything to do with the
You can't
cats.
imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented Floo powder.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Yo.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronen. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronen did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronen will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with Transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronen's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Where the heck is this thing? Is it around the courtyard? Oh, it's supposed to be right near the broken statue.
Accio!
Oh.
Got it.
Huh, I must have had some weird timing or something on that. And the other one should be like right through this door too. Super close.
A flying page must be brilliant.
There it is. Alrighty.
I trust the preliminary...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Reparo!
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
We can make so many jokes about that statue's face, but we're just gonna pass.
I really have made a mess of things.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds a rather complicated way to simply avoid carrying your books.
Possibly. But where's the fun in simplicity? New charms and spells have to come from someone. Why not me? I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Alright, so this is going to be another pretty quick side quest right here. We just gotta go to the libraries, and it's literally right next to us through these doors, so... Gotta collect 5 flying books.
I'm going to have to use Accio to
Professor
get...
Black,
Got it.
and I'm
Only
just
4 more to go.
This kind of is a collectible, it kind of is, so... Also, a book in here that's not part of the quest, it's also a page, so we're gonna want to get that. Actually, I think there's 2, actually. There's a Revelio up here, and then just Accio one. And of course, we're gonna have to come back later for a couple of things in here, but I mean, while we're passing through, we might as well just grab
Revelio.
it. Hello, I see you. I see you, little chest. Thought this one was like right
Off on another
here.
adventure, are we?
Over here? Nope. Okay. I'm probably getting like some really weird timing again. One should be flying around now. There we go. There's so many books here, man. Like, this is a really enormous library. And this isn't even like the restricted section, or like really not even half.
Revelio.
Crazy. Aha! I seen ya! I seen your fluttery little magic trail dust. Where the heck did you go? Oh, there you are.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
What is that, your diary? And I like how Professor Black's note also mentioned that someone has been sneaking into the restricted section.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
So, before we end the episode, there is 5, maybe 6 pages in this next room we're going, and all of them are right next to each other. But I would like to take this moment to talk about the morality system, and it's going to be a quick little talk because there is no morality system in this game. You're simply just given the illusion of choice in this game, meaning all choices lead to the same path and outcome aside from the ending. So that means whatever house you are doesn't really matter aside from the exclusive questline each house gets and people unique to that house. Generally though, everything else is the same. That last side mission gave me a bribe or barter option, and that would have rewarded me for the quest. The majority of the time though, whether you barter or not, you're still going to be paid. And this is one of the rare times you weren't, but vastly either choice leads to the same outcome. And in most situations you just kind of sound like a jerk asking for the reward before they decide to actually give it to you. But ultimately and mechanically you just can't be an evil wizard. And this game, in my opinion, is pretty much just set up for you to basically be a Gryffindor, in my opinion. Not that you can't be a kind Slytherin, you know, it's just, I guess each house is just known for their stereotypes, but the game is pretty much set up for you to be a good guy. That being said, all the loot is randomly generated, meaning you won't get the same thing as me when you open chests of any kind. So earlier when we opened the puzzle doors, the chance we got the same thing is slim to none. And also there's really no need to bribe NPCs unless you just really want to, but like every game like this, man, by the end of the game we're going to have so much money we just won't even know what to do with it. Alright, and upon reaching level 7 and grabbing all 6 collectibles, we end this episode and are ready to go to Hogsmeade in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to rate the video and subscribe if you're new, as it greatly helps out the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a successful weekend or week, everyone.